キラッともっとシャイニーハッピーデイズ本日も始まりです
Nekopara, sometimes called Cat's Paradise or Cat's Parade, is a 2020 Felix film anime based on the adult visual novel of the same name. Starring Vanilla and Chocola with side characters Azuki, Maple, Cinnamon, and Coconuts, the anime is a slice of life detailing their daily experiences as cute, lovable, and adorable cat girls tending to the daily operations of a cat cafe and patisserie in modern Japan named La Soleil.
We have the cutest cats you've ever seen, all waiting to serve you. Hi and welcome to the patisserie La Soleil.
It's also about slavery.
Do you know about cats? They've got cute ears that wiggle and twitch, tails that respond to their emotions, all attached to a human-like creature of the utmost charm. Does that pique your interest?
Why, yes, that does pique my interest. I love cats, so how could I not love Catgirls? There's just something ubiquitously anime about a catgirl. They're everywhere in the medium. Whether it's just a pair of Neko Mimi worn by a character or a whole show dedicated to them, catgirls are almost omnipresent and inescapable in anime, and you don't need to be an otaku to recognize them. So naturally, I was excited to watch Nekopara. Going into the show, I was only tangentially aware of the source material. I knew of the all-ages version release the visual novel received on the Nintendo Switch eShop a few months ago, and, of course, I was aware of all the lewd anime figures the property was spawning, but when I finally sat down to watch episode 1, I couldn't believe what I was seeing. Because Nekopara, as it turns out, wasn't a standard catgirl anime where the catgirls were essentially regular women with fluffy ears and a tail. No, Nekopara was an allegory for slavery, with the cats treated as subhuman species to be owned, to be exploited for their labor. The unjust world of Nekopara enslaves its catgirls, requiring submission to their human masters, all of which happens while the slaves themselves remain ignorant and pacified. The Nekopara world is a bliss utopia of ignorance, full of shiny happy days built on the backs of catgirl slaves.
Just leave it to us.
We can see the daily lives of a group of these slaves during the course of the show. Vanilla and Chocola wake up early to prepare for their day of labor in the patisserie. The morning begins with a joyful good meowing to Master Kasho.
You're finally awake.
That's right! Meowing, Master! Good morning, Master.
The cats feast on a delicious breakfast prepared by the Master, the calories necessary for a day of labor. The floors are swept and the shop is ready to open. We see that Vanilla and Chocola are required to work without a break and without food, even during periods with no customers. They are only allowed respite once they are relieved by the arrival of other catgirl slaves to take their place.
If they don't get here soon, then Chocola will get dizzy with a grumbling hungry stomach!
Most alarmingly, they are not allowed to take handouts from customers.
Thank you so much for waiting. Here's the fruit tart you ordered, ma'am.
Oh my! It looks yummy! Excuse me? So, would you like to have a little bite?
Oh, wow, are you sure?
I don't mind. Okay,
I'm very sorry. Unfortunately, we have a strict policy against the employees accepting food from our customers.
Oh, I understand.
Maple and Cinnamon are so late, I'll starve before they finally get here!
Vanilla, you class traitor. But, despite all that, it's simply not enough to conclude that these girls are slaves. Anyone working retail can attest that the working conditions aren't as flexible as they could be, and that waiting for another employee to take your shift is something that happens. But the show shines a light on the slavery and oppression in the Nekopara universe. It's revealed that in order to travel outside, a cat girl requires an escort from their master, or they must obtain a collar and bell from taking a test.
Look, Mommy, there's cats over there.
There sure are. Leaving their house with their little bells. How impressive.
Hold on. They can only leave their house if they wear a bell? Is that what you mean?
Exactly right. Usually, cats aren't allowed to leave their house unless their master is with them. But if they're wearing a bell, then they're allowed to be out all on their own.
I think I understand.
In order for a cat to get a bell, they have to pass a test. It's very difficult.
I see. So then those cats over there must be super smart.
These are tools meted out by the government used to restrict the travel and interactions of cat girls, where only those deemed worthy are allowed free travel and commerce. This world does not treat cat girls as equals. Despite being sentient and intelligent creatures capable of speech and able to live within human society, they have restrictions placed on them by their government and are treated as nothing more than slaves. What solidifies their status within the show comes from Chocola's interactions with a kitten. Chocola is on a mission to purchase some ponzu, and on the way, she runs across a lonely little feline in the park. Chocola's very first concern is not for the kitten's safety or health, but rather wondering where her master is.
Hello there. What are you doing out here all alone? Is your master nearby or something?
Because to Chocola, a cat without a master is so abhorred in her imagination that the thought does not even come up. The kitten is nonverbal and evades answering Chocola's questions, but a rumbling stomach makes it clear the kitten is hungry. Unknowingly to Chocola, the stray kitten follows her back to the patisserie. This scares Chocola out of fear that the master of the kitten will be mad.
Hold on a sec, did you follow Chocola home? Oh, you can't do that! If you wander off without telling anybody, your master will worry about you!
Chocola also tries to hide the kitten from her own master. All of Chocola's actions here revolve around a master, be it her own or the kitten's. And once Chocola realizes that the kitten has no master, it's the saddest thing she can imagine.
My master? Who is that? You're kidding! Are you saying you're a masterless kitty? Then that makes you just like Chocola and Vanilla were way back then.
The world of Nekopara has conditioned Chocola to not think of a cat as an independent, sentient creature. A cat is an extension of its owner. It's something to be owned. I know it's surprising that an anime based on a pornographic visual novel could be problematic, but that's just the situation with Nekopara. The show does not use its cat girls to make any moral statement on the ethics of slavery. The cats are never made aware of their position in society, and they are never given a chance to rebel. They are never even given an opportunity to reflect on their roles. The cats are slaves, and that's just a fact in this universe. As simple as the sky is blue or the sun shines, these girls are slaves, and there's nothing to be done about it. In watching this show, I have grown to love it. I enjoy how it's laid back and all the cat girls have fun personalities and how they all interact with each other in both competition and cooperation. Nekopara is a comfy anime that is unexpectedly wholesome. It makes me wish that cats were real. But in the back of my mind, I just cannot let go of the fact that these girls are slaves. Sure, they are happy and healthy. They have no needs and their only desire is their master's love. I just wish they were happy and free.
You just had to change your panties, didn't you?
I don't know why you're complaining. If you hadn't taken so long in the bathroom, I wouldn't have wet myself. Well, let's just go already.
Thank you for watching. I'm Leet Shu. If you enjoyed this video, please feel free to hit the like button or subscribe. Liking a video is one of the easiest things you can do to help smaller YouTube creators. Also, leave a comment telling me which Nekopara cat girl you think is the best waifu. Mine is definitely vanilla.